Hey everyone, and welcome to the finals of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Europe Clash of Champions. I am, as always, Nicholas MajinTenshinhan Taylor, and I am joined today by the one, the only, Mr. Fitizen himself.
Yes, according
How are
to
you doing today?
popular demand, I've done a decent job. So I am back once again for the most important set of these sets.
Mhm.
It's going to be Dragoi versus Svampen today to see who's truly on top. But we've got two other really good matches today, isn't that right?
Yep, we do. Why don't we bring up the standings and take a quick look at how things are panning out? Because it's actually interesting. Every set today has the opportunity of switching up the placements. Obviously, Dragoi Svampen is the big one. We're saving that for last. These guys both went 5-0, and they have the exact same points, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
they're both number one right now.
Yep.
Nothing between them.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? If you get the exact same score over this long,
Mm-hmm.
this long of a time, um, in completely different ways as well, right? Like Svampen stuck
Yeah.
with Zeta all the way through.
Yeah,
Um,
Dragoi's been using a big arsenal of different characters with some, obviously
exactly.
Belial, but we also
Yeah.
saw Luane from him. He used Luane against MrPow, and he used Luane against Mirri. He brought out Beelzebub, who nobody was expecting, except Deviance himself, because I talked to him after, and he was indeed expecting Bubs in that matchup.
Yeah.
He also used Eustace briefly last week, as far as I can remember. It was pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
he's
He
He's
did
brought out a
use
ton of
this.
characters. And I mean, we also know that he has a Lancelot. We haven't even seen this Lancelot, but he does have a Lancelot.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what character he brings out. I almost hope that his first character pick doesn't go well because I'm curious to see where he would go next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we have that aspect there with him with Svampen. We just know he's gonna
Yeah,
stick with Leto to the end. No question about that.
definitely.
Um,
Yeah, and it's
yeah,
actually interesting because Dragoi was ahead of Svampen the entire time until last week when Svampen pulled out an amazing 7-0 against Mirri, which locked him up with Dragoi's identical score there.
yeah.
The whole time it looked that Dragoi was going to be slightly above, but nope, Svampen pulled it out in the last minute against Mirri with an amazing score. And speaking of Mirri, he is in a position where he can no longer get into the top three, because even if he wins 7-0 over Xaeji, he will tie Pow, and Pow won the head-to-head. So the tiebreaker will go in Pow's favor. Xaeji, however, can still get top three, and the reason I'm focusing on top three is because the payout is for top three. So you can still get a little bit of money. Like Dragoi and Svampen are locked for one and two. Nobody can get into the top two except them. But Xaeji can potentially overtake MrPow. I think he also lost the head-to-head, so he needs to win 7-3 or more. 7-3 or like 7-2, 7-1, 7-0. One of those scores. Yeah, against Mirri.
He needs to have a better match record
Yes.
than MrPow. I mean, poetic, MrPow's score in general is poetic. It's 3-3, 30-30 in true Swiss fashion. And then on top of that, now he's at the mercy of world politics around him. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah. That one's really nice. And finally, the set we're going to start with is Deviance versus TryKeazer. TryKeazer's been, like, he has had good sets, but it feels like he's run out of steam about halfway through, and then it kind of crumbled a bit, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
The thing about Deviance versus TryKeazer is TryKeazer can still avoid last place, but only if he 7-0s Deviance.
Yeah. I mean, that is unlikely just because, any player 7-0ing another player here is generally unlikely.
Yes.
But I mean, we'll see. I'm curious to see in general, how he plays this matchup, how that's going to go. And I focused the 2 times I've commentated before. I really focused on TryKeazer. I'm definitely, his fanboy.
Sure.
And I'm not hiding that because, like I've said before, the last 2 times I was here, I think his peaks are very high, and I believe that a player's potential is often defined by his peaks. So the kind of stuff he pulls out now and then is just it's just incredible.
Yeah.
And due to that, I really think that if he can elevate his level of play to just more consistent height,
Yeah.
I think he could really get to that next level.
Yeah, I mean, we're all big fans of TryKeazer. I hadn't played against him for a while, but I actually played against him on Monday in the Kampfkeks exhibitions, the German ones.
All right.
And Jesus Christ, like his reactions, bro, that is fucking insane. He's so good. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of shape he's in here. But one thing that's interesting as well is when I played against him on Monday, he was using Percival, and I've heard a lot of people say that he's using Percival quite a bit now. So I wonder if it's possible we'll see him bring out because he also used Vasaraga a lot before. You know, he has Vasaraga.
Yeah.
So far, we've seen him only use Narmaya, and I don't know how the matchup against Belial goes specifically for Narmaya. Seems like it would be okay, I guess, but you never know. Like TryKeazer does have a bunch of different characters, and now that his back is against the wall, like possibly he'll bring someone else out. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting tidbit I can say before the current patch, Narmaya doesn't have a clean answer to stomps that it pays off. You would expect her. So, for example, Percival can use close M. Other characters can use close H's or close L's. That kind of stuff. When he goes for that delayed dive against, teching, she can't do that. The best she can do is like some weird jump normal that whiffs or like hits him, but then she doesn't get a combo, and that really changes the risk rewards. She can DP, of course.
Yeah, sure.
But the problem really is that if you're patient and waiting for it, not getting a decent payoff, is relevant in my opinion. So that's one interesting tidbit.
Yeah. I mean, the payoff Belial himself gets if he's successful compared to the payoff you get when you counter it with a DP is so skewed.
Exactly. So having a counter hit combo you can do if you're ready is really important in the matchup, in my opinion. Yeah. So we'll see what he does. Maybe he knows something I don't. I'm gonna be interested to see how he plays the matchup.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. So let's just get into the Japanese introductions, and then we'll head into the match. So
I think you forgot one thing. You did not mention our avatars. Chat is aware.
Chat has said a lot of booba. Yeah. So for you guys who aren't aware, Fitizen and I are both low-key Vampire Savior mains. So if you want to see us be sick in an actual game, that's where we are at. Okay. So today we're rocking our mains. I'm Big Sister Morrigan. Fitizen is Little Sister Lilith. He's probably stronger than me, but what are you gonna do? All right, so gonna move into the introductions here. I think everyone is aware at this point, but if we have any new viewers, I'm gonna explain it anyway. We have a bunch of Japanese support for this event. A lot of friends on Twitter and such retweeting the events, watching the VODs and such. So in honor of them, I'm doing Japanese introductions and titles for each of the players, and I will translate them right after, so don't worry, nothing will go lost in translation here. So gonna move into that for these two players, and then we'll get started with the first set. フランス代表、日々の鍛錬で頂点を目指し続けた男、努力家一心、TryKeazer. That is the French representative. With hard work daily, he has kept aiming for the very top. The hard worker at heart, TryKeazer. On the other side, イギリス代表。キャラの強みを一気に握るその上達プリは恐るべし。若き天才、Deviance. Says UK representative. He instantly grasps the strength of any character, and his level of progress is to be feared. The young genius Deviance. And with that,
what can I say? As always, my weep sense are tingling in the best way possible. But through the weeks, we've talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Godflesh now saying, ready when you are.
So we can get started now. Yeah, going into the match. Yeah, I'm actually glad that we've gotten such a good response to those titles. Like, even the players themselves seem to really enjoy the titles that I've given them.
Yeah.
I'm glad that shone through. I tried because I mean that's kind of my thing is how much I watch games, like even in my job and such.
Yeah.
So sometimes people are surprised like at how many intricacies I noticed, and I'm happy that the players themselves agree with how I view their play.
Yeah, I see. Of course, makes sense.
All right,
I mean,
so we're probably going to be a little bit out of sync on this version. That's just what happens.
Yeah. I mean, no question. You know, it's corny, but that's good. That's good. I mean, that's like wrestling is corny. You know, Japanese commentating is corny. Yeah, corny is fun.
Yeah, and it's also nice to like spread it to a more international level. We're already like, by virtue of being in Europe, we're already an international scene, right? People from many different countries talking in many different languages.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Oh yeah, I just saw it. Nice. Yeah, that is definitely a good answer to that jump.
Oh man, he got the counter hit, but I think he was probably a bit late there on the confirm. Nice, got him there. That's gonna hurt. Might kill.
Yeah.
Not quite. SSBA now is going to kill as well.
Okay,
doesn't let him go for the command grab.
Nice. Yeah, Deviance has gotten a lot of mileage out of those command grabs, so definitely being able to look up.
He definitely does it a lot. He does it a lot at the end of quote-unquote combos to reset as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. That and MDP have been his like defining unique traits, I would say.
And he's gotten so much from both.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, we saw the thing that spelled MrPow's doom in his set
exactly.
Going for the spot dodge of the MVP.
Yeah, it's usually not worth it. Like, if you have any type of reaction to that, if you feel like, I'm too late to actually press here, just block it. It's probably better than spot dodging at that point.
Yeah, I mean, muscle memory is a thing, you know.
Yeah, of course. I'm not judging. I do it wrong all the time. Yeah, a lot of sets in this one. Yeah, very hard position.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard at that point to come back. But you know, he earned it. He was working on that perfect for the longest time. Alright, he gets him early. Nice throw.
Oh, yeah. Gets the corner position.
Oh, yeah. That was a good mash. Okay, I'm pretty sure that he wanted that to go a bit differently.
Oh, beautiful DP.
Oh, no, he didn't! He did it too early, yeah. Oh, wow! Man, both of these players delay jab timings have really been on point right now. And he just goes for the throw. No fear. No fear.
Let's go. TryKeazer taking the first match. He needs 6 more in a row if he wants to avoid last place in the league rankings, you know, so we'll see how that turns out for him. Also shoutouts to TryKeazer using the Kumbira color, like a different character that I know he likes a lot. I said to him like, I like that you're using the Kumbira color, and he just responded with a sad smiley saying, if only she were in the game.
Oh man, yeah, Kumbira is definitely... You know, when I first started design, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but then, you know, I like her character.
Yeah, her character is really nice. Like, I love her personality too. Okay, let's see it.
Yeah, he goes for another throw.
Yeah, oh, the mirri.
Oh! That's quite neat. It doesn't really matter though, but that does matter.
Yeah, for sure.
That is
actually kill.
Gonna do it? I think that's gonna do it. Yeah.
That's big.
So the neutral is very messy right now, right? Like one of both gets hit quite early on.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of feeling out. It's very confrontational.
Yeah. I believe these guys have played against each other quite a bit.
Oh, nice. Good confirmed. You saw the really late cancel there.
Yeah.
It's a DP.
Yeah, these plus frames just hold that.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, you know, I mentioned the 2 specials. That's like the defining trait of Deviance. That's not really fair. You know, now that I think about it, it's really more about the stagger pressure for him.
Yeah.
Especially compared to a lot of other players. Oh wow.
That was an interesting conversion. Nice.
Yeah. Jump M, being able to hit Jump M that early and like cleanly converting is very powerful because, you know, it just reduces the time. A lot of other characters have to delay their jump-ins a bit, especially like in this cross-up situation, so they can get a proper combo. But yeah, not Narmaya.
It's interesting. We were talking before about like Narmaya not having a lot of options against the Stomp, but we can clearly see here that TryKeazer has been looking at Deviance's videos, his matches, because he has very good answers for the medium DP.
Yes.
Pretty consistent. Like not every one, but a lot of them. He's actually.
Yeah, I agree. And with the Stomp as well, you know, his answer is just, you know, a universal one. It's, well, a mutation. Wow. That was a very good... oh man, doesn't get the animation. But it's fine, you know, that was still well worth it. That's gonna kill.
No!
Oh, he dropped it!
Oh, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh, don't play with my feelings.
Yeah. Alright, so that's 2-0 to TryKeazer here. Good start for him. But he has a big mountain to climb, and it's not like Deviance is making it easy for him. These are interesting sets for sure. Or interesting matches.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hits him with the XTP there. Again. Oh, this time he plays with the expectations. It doesn't go for the flip.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, big hit.
Jump H versus Narmaya 2H. I could. Wow, yeah, he got him there.
Oh, a bit too high up when you did it.
Yeah. But I mean, the MDPs are not paying off right now. It's gonna be interesting to see if he sticks with it or adapts.
Good reaction there to the clash.
Yeah. Again with the jump H. Yeah. I mean, jump H is a very strong jump in normal, and from my experience playing Narmaya a bit on the side, her 2H is a bit lacking. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he, you know, adjusts and starts going for EXTPs instead.
Yeah, it might be a better call in that situation.
Oh well, but I mean that was super.
Here it's working out.
Getting a bit. Yeah, there's the EXTP. It did work out there, but he also did it super early, and I mean that in the best way possible. You know, it's just like about a timing that is maybe not sustainable every time.
Yeah. Oh wow! All the way to the corner here.
Yeah. Nice, got him again with the delayed jab. I mean, you know, Deviant's really fishing for those delayed normals, obviously.
Yeah.
Trying to get those counter hits, but that opens himself up for jabs.
Yep. Oh,
manages to switch the size, that's very important. EX Fireball is gone now though.
But even with this life lead, like, it's nothing because you're in the corner against Belial.
Oh, what the fuck? What?
I don't know what
must have been. No, that must have been a misinput.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. I figured.
Battle 3, engage.
Yeah, we have some technical problems on the stream, but it's fine. Everyone can see the match at least. That's the most important part.
I see. Yeah,
that's some scoreboard issues.
I see.
But it is what it is. You know, sometimes issues happen. It's not a big deal. Oh, okay. Ah, big DP.
Our team is working behind the scenes to fix this issue, obviously.
As always.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good weight there.
Oh,
man, that was a punish. But he didn't trust himself, and I don't blame him. No,
that was such sad.
Yeah.
All right.
But see, this is where I'm gonna stand. TryKeazer one last time because see, do you see how consistent he is in his answers, right? Like they don't always work out, the conversions don't always work out, but he gets the hits. Sure. And like, if I'm imagining him just like cleaning all of that up some more, you know, it's just another level that he can reach potentially.
Getting those hits is definitely the hardest part. Like that's much harder to train than it is to convert off of those hits. Yeah, that's a big one. And unfortunately with this, TryKeazer is now guaranteed to get last place in these hands. But, you know, he's been doing an amazing job, he's put on a great show, and this set is still going, he can still win it.
Yeah, it's more about that. It's more than just that, right? Like, just getting a win on the scoreboard as well, I'm sure you would be happy about it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see here.
We're seeing a lot more regular throws now as well by Deviance here. You know, like abusing the patience by TryKeazer. The patience born of like his desire to probably just like deal with MDP properly. I would imagine. Plays a big role.
So. Oh no, he got him with the 3-hit bite. And
I don't think that 2L whiff was a mistimed meat here, by the way. I think that was him just whiffing it and then wanting to go for a throw.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
Yeah, I would say that was probably what it was.
Yeah, I mean we do.
Because TryKeazer does that.
I was just gonna say we do see things like that from him.
Yeah.
A bit too far away to get the conversion there, I suppose.
Yeah, but
hold him out.
So far. Yeah, nice. Doesn't have the important special, but yeah. Oh, you see the little delay after the 2L and before the 2M because he keep there a lot, like that little adjustment.
That's really smart stuff. Oh,
nice.
There you go.
And he just catches him there. Also slightly late at this point, you know, would have possibly blocked DP in that timing.
Interesting choice.
Oh,
okay, yeah, this time just goes for the DP.
Yeah, again, that same spot where he delayed just the time before. He probably thought, well, you know, this time I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But obviously Deviance also aware of those delay timings.
Yeah. I mean, it is a constant battle with back and forth. Ooh. Yeah, is he being on the bus trains? No fear.
Yeah, I mean, before we saw everything, we saw a throw, we saw just regular pressure continuing, but we didn't see, you know, TryKeazer baiting after, so it makes sense to go for DP there.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, bro, if that had been a few patches ago.
yeah. Well, you know, I'm a big fan of that change, personally, because no one can tell me that those hits, you know, you don't press that button that's facing. Oh, nice, 2L.
That's too good.
That's gonna do it, yeah. Little third strike action. No one can tell me that they're pressing 5H specifically to counter it with the second part.
Yeah, exactly.
If it happens, like, cool that happened, you know, but
yeah.
I think things that aren't on purpose generally should be rewarded highly.
Yeah, and not with like a 60% conversion or something.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see what you mean. It's gonna be hard to
get him with the throw. Yeah, gets him with the throw again. Nice. Angry now, nice!
And this time went for the overhead.
Going back to that Season 1 meta.
Yeah. He knew the super wouldn't kill, so he went for just the air flip instead, and then just going for the EX on pressure.
Also, you know, at that point, losing the throw mind game 3 times in a row. It's definitely a good time to go for something like an EX command grab, because is going to look for something else. He's probably thinking about his delay timings, he's thinking about his fuzzy timings.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably not going to all of the sudden, you know, be ready for that.
True, yeah.
Oh, you got the counter there.
Nothing from it though.
Yeah, he went with the side
switch.
Just
probably better. No counter. Plus frames. No DP this time.
It's gone now. So the port cancel is gone. That imagine. See, did you see that? Like the 2 little close L whiffs under the So you know how in Belial's patch notes they said that they expanded the hurt box for stomp upwards, right?
Yeah.
I wish they extended it downwards.
I can see that.
Oh. Nice. Wow, he just got him.
Huge damage on such a conversion.
Battle 3, engage.
But I don't want to complain too much. I don't think Delilah is unfair by any means at the current version of the patch, you know. Nice.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's gonna keep it simple. Yeah, just start knockdown.
Yeah, he's going for the corner here. Oh, this is huge.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Whoa! That's definitely an optimized combo for spacing. That was not your average combos.
That's huge damage. Oh no, he paid. Oh, he betted on it again.
And he finishes it with the Ghetto Perfect, you know, that was all chip damage from the EXTP. That was basically perfect.
I think that's 3-2 to TryKeazer? They mash rematch so fast, we don't see
No, it's 3-1. Deviance is on one game, I'm quite sure.
I'm pretty sure Deviance got 2 in a row before.
Oh man, I might be wrong then, I'm sorry. We'll see in a moment.
We'll have to see if they stop mashing rematch.
It's really hard to, you know, have the score in your head when you're just focusing on the next match.
RH says it's 2-4, so it's actually 4-2 in TryKeazer's favor.
Yeah, he got him again with the jump M. You know, especially tall characters have to block that jump M very early, which is difficult.
Yeah.
So, you know, that jump M into EX flip is definitely very relevant.
Yeah, Belial, one of the slowest characters in the game, so he can definitely get tagged by that
Nice.
stuff.
Gonna throw.
Oh god.
Hit. Wow! I can't believe he did that.
Can't believe it either, but it worked.
That was the SF5 tech. You know how in SF5 people very frequently wake up with a crouching medium kick? Because, you know, to catch shimmies, to catch just people backing off and like going for chip or critical kill.
You just want a far-reaching low at that point. And yeah, that was definitely SF5 style wake up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that all Deviance wants to do there is like get some space and then go for, you know, like a chip kill or something like that. Now got him there. That's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh!
Okay. It still wasn't punishable, honestly.
Yeah, the whiff setup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just doesn't press the button there.
No, he did super what? Oh my god. Okay, but he got the amp there in super.
Yeah. I wonder, you know, the spacing was a bit weird. Maybe he didn't trust himself to go for super, and then in his like adjustment didn't go for another special.
Yeah, and this time I saw it and RH was indeed right, so it's now 5-2 in TryKeazer's favor.
That's good. Alright. Wow. Caught him with the early jump in with the flip.
Just bounces off. Oh, this DP is gonna get heavily punished. Oh, what?
Oh! 3
I would have fallen for that too.
Yeah, but I mean, the opportunity cost, you know, is not that high. I mean, well, it's quite high. I mean, you know, he would have gotten just the rest of his combo there.
Yeah.
Again, the EX special not quite working out there.
And another DP from the other side.
Yeah, and you know, we're seeing a lot of these DP after 2L. TryKeazer has been beating them. Nice. That's gonna do it.
Classic one-ish sometimes from TryKeazer.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Belial is no stranger to that.
No, of course.
To you, SSBA is a menace for a lot of characters.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's definitely a staple of this game in general.
Yeah, I think it's a big part of the meta overall, which is why I always complain about not having it on my character.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, big corner position here.
Yeah, the jump H. It's a lot of damage. We're gonna see what he does. Yeah, he's still very patient, willing to take those throws, you know? Wait. But you know, it makes sense that Deviance is also hesitant. He's been eating a lot of jump out.
Oh no, that was
just
not
gonna go
what
straight
he
into
wanted.
Yeah. No question about that. Is it gonna kill?
I think
Chat?
it is. Yes.
It is. Yeah.
I got those down a lot. Alright, 6-2 to TryKeazer.
I see you probably have a big stack of imaginary points on Xaeji stream.
Believe me, I got so many. Okay.
A bit too late, yeah. Oh, nice, got him with the counter there. To be fair, you know, considering how good Belial's pressure is, TryKeazer's choice of defense has been very, very good so far. You know, it's very patient, taking the throws, waiting for his chance to jump out. Very few DPs. Nice, got him with the DP there.
Beautiful. Oh, okay, what is this?
Wow,
that might actually be optimal then. Yeah, he didn't have any cooldowns, so or like all the stuff was in cooldown.
Yeah, I do think that was optimal given the things he had.
It's in awareness.
Yeah, for sure. And a good adjustment, because we did see the DP before after EX flip at that point.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, those have not been working out so much fun. TryKeazer 1 round away.
Yeah, look at all those switches.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh
wow, got him. Oh, that's also optimal.
Damn, yeah.
I mean, look at these optimal conversions based on cooldown, based on...
Wow,
I got him.
Pro. Oh my god,
yeah.
Too clean. Alright, TryKeazer. You're a beast. You're a beast. We all knew you were.
Yeah,
but you really showed everyone today. You're clean as fuck. And no,
I mean,
not to take anything away from Deviance though. Like, Deviance was playing really well too.
No, for sure, but I mean, I think it's fair to say, Deviance has had really good sets, like the one versus Pow. He's had a really good stretch against Svampen. That was a close set that he almost I mean, just doing that well against Svampen, is impressive in itself. So I don't think it's unfair to say that he got outplayed today. His MDPs, his style was countered. I think. Quite clearly, today, and we also saw though that Deviance is no stranger to that. Like, he had the plan B, which is really, hey, if you're gonna hold down back, wait for MDP all this time, be very passive, I'm gonna start using my stagger pressure. I'm gonna regular throw more. I'm just gonna smother you, and he did that, and he did get some counter hits. But in the end, I think it's fair to say that TryKeazer just, with his defense, with his timing, just outplayed him. Vice versa as well, on his offense, he got a lot of hits, he baited DPs, especially later in the set when it really counted. Got some really fat punishes, had really good awareness. I think it's fair to say that he got outplayed today. But like you said, that's not to take anything away from Deviance. His score, if you go through the VODs and watch the sets, his score is a lot worse than you would expect. I mean his match score.
Yeah, exactly. He had one of the closest sets against Svampen, if not the. I think him and Xaeji both took Svampen to 7-5.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but before this set he was -7 on the scoreboard, right? Overall.
Yes, I think. No, -9, I think.
Yeah, but either way, if you think about it, going 1-5 while having only that low of a score, it makes sense that all of his sets were very close, and very very hardly fought, and I think in his case the match board is really misleading.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Deviance has been a true powerhouse throughout these weeks we've had this event, and shout outs to him for staying in. He actually contacted me about school and work mounting up, and he wasn't sure if he could keep going. But when he realized it was only 1 week left, he was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll definitely make time." Because he was under the impression that there was a lot more left.
Oh, right, I see.
So it was very nice of him to stick around, and good that we got this set. TryKeazer finally got his win in one of these sets, and definitely looking forward to seeing more from them in future events.
Yeah, it was definitely well deserved, and TryKeazer, I think the first time I commentated, I also mentioned that that this kind of format is perfect for someone like TryKeazer, hard worker type person. Because you have something to look forward to, you have something to lab to specifically from week to week, and I think I also said the first time I was here that I think if we're gonna look at TryKeazer week 1 and TryKeazer now at the end, we're gonna see a clear improvement, and
we did.
Yeah, we did. Just going back. Feel free, guys, to watch the VODs, check out TryKeazer sets first week, second week. I think you'll definitely see a difference there. So it's a perfect kind of format for people who are willing to put in the work.
And you can't see it on stream, but Mirri entering the lobby with an extremely trollish name as usual. He's going up against Xaeji, and his name is Fairy Enjoyer, which is the exact opposite of what he tends to do when playing against Fairy. So I just want to check with the tech guys. How's the scoreboard looking? Is it fixed or? Because I would rather not start the next set until we know.
Yeah. There is a plan B.
There's a plan B. Okay. All right. Yeah, just holding on for a bit. Once we know what the plan is, see how it works, then I'll go into the introductions.
All right, but yeah, in general, you know, Mirri has been someone who, you know, on any given day as well is not exactly the underdog. So you know, all the more surprising that it was a 7-0 last time. I know Svampen prepared a lot for Mirri specifically.
Yeah, he did, and you could tell from the set that they played a lot against each other. But it was also evident that like Svampen really went in to beat him. Mirri even used Eustace for a duration of that set, and
yeah,
I honestly feel like Eustace was probably working out more for him than Yule was against Svampen.
That is interesting. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been caught up on, you know, the general opinions about Eustace, but when I tried him out for a bit, just in training mode, I felt that he was a, you know, very strong character. I'm very high on him.
Yeah, he feels like he's pretty strong. I remember that Xaeji early on said that like, oh, he's probably not strong, but then he revised his opinion when we had the Eustace only tournament, and he was looking at like the stuff some people were doing. He was like, that might have been wrong. Like this character looks kind of OD. So yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of opinions going around about Eustace. I think it's difficult to see him being in the lower half.
Well, my consistent feeling when I was, you know, checking his stuff out was that he can do things that other characters can't, or you know, like he kind of breaks the established rules of the game a bit. And by that I mean it's stuff like being able to combo off certain counter hits, for example. Like you know, for example, in his 5U string, usually you would expect, well, or rather, you know how he can delay the last hit of his 5U, right?
Yeah, because he can shoot the gun as well.
Exactly, and something that's very like in line with this game, which of course is, you know, when you look at tech and that kind of stuff, it's very simplified. You know, I mean, that's the point of the game to some extent. It's like the focus definitely isn't on like insane tools that are like extremely creative. In the sense like Guilty Gear, it's more about how you get to the point of using the tool. It's more about the spacing, it's more about the normals, in my opinion, you know, unless you're looking at characters like Metera or Fairy. Other than that, you know, the game is very straightforward. It's more about timings and mind games. When you look at Eustace, you know, just having so many options in how he delays his stuff, what he can counter it confirm, and then also still get really good damage off of, you know. That's just interesting. You know, also things like just the EX grenade, you know, working the way it does, that it sticks on block, you know, it's definitely something that you wouldn't expect from a game like this.
I agree. Yeah, he gets a lot of interesting. I hesitate to say setups because I wouldn't explicitly call them setups, but like even I sat in training mode for a while and I found this like frame kill setup or like frame kill thing you could do with a sticky grenade where you could cover even spot dodges and such that avoided the grenade. So I feel like there's a lot of tech to be found with the character and you can do a lot of optimized situations. And he also, like you were saying about the counter hit thing, he benefits greatly from the fact that something like spot dodge has counter hit state in its recovery frames, because that's 4 frames there at the end and they're in counter hit state, and that gives him a lot.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's just his SSBA as well, you know, having that double hitting 2H as well, you know, in an air stall meta. I'm not sure, you know, it's going to depend on this height if that really matters, because the hits are very back-to-back, but there's definitely situations where that can matter.
Absolutely.
He definitely seems to me like a character, you know, and then, you know, I know spot dodge exists and all that, but having like Venom's carcass rate and being able to space it in a way where that's plus is also very unusual for a game like this, you know, because generally speaking, if you want to extend your pressure in this game and want to be plus while doing that, either you have to do something that's reactable, like firmly reactable and like punishable, like MDP on Belial, or you have to use bar or the cooldown in this case, you know, in the X move. And he doesn't have to do either. Like depending on the spacing, you know, he can do a ball that is plus and then just like dash up again. And there's obviously, you know, risks attached to that. But or another thing, you know, like the dash into the step back, the Anji fans, you know. Where you like jump back, like that's invincible. That is not. I would say that is not in line with the prior design philosophy of this game. That move is invincible. You know, just slap invincible frames on there.
Yeah, he goes against a lot of what we're used to from this game. It's also like he has like very potent zoning capabilities, and if you look like other characters who are typically built like this archetype, you would look at Matara, you would look at Fairy, and he goes against them by actually being a 5-frame character on top of that. Well, both of those are 6-frame characters. So there's a lot to Eustace that's very interesting. I would say kind of his weakness is that he doesn't do that much damage, but given the right circumstances with the EX Rat Rays, he obviously can. But like from stray hits, he wouldn't do as much damage as you might expect from other characters. But that doesn't really matter because he gets so much corner carry, and if you get really good with him, then he can dole out that damage anyway. So doing another check here with the tech guys. Does it look like the score is gonna work?
Why are they talking about Eustace? Oh, I'm just talking about Eustace in general. You know, I know that Mirri was, you know, trying him against Zeta, against Svampen, but I have no idea who he's gonna play today. You know, like I'm not saying he's gonna pick him.
I wouldn't be entirely surprised to see him at least try Eustace here. Honestly.
He's gonna press for him.
He's gonna press fire.
I mean, very strong game plan. You know, very strong game plan. Very Serlin-esque. You know, to just pick the character with the best normal.
True. I mean, if there's a problem like that, we need to restart the stream. I think we might as well do that if that would solve it. But I don't know what the situation is exactly.
Damn, is this Mirri or is this Venom?
Wait,
you know, like I'm getting strong Venom vibes from Mirri right now, but maybe they're just the same archetype of person, you know. Maybe I misjudged Mirri. Maybe he's a bit more tongue-in-cheek than I thought he was.
Yeah, I just noticed I got some DMs from Flash. We got some the scoreboard isn't working properly. I obviously don't know how to solve that, but looking for solutions here.
Alright, I will rescind that statement. Apparently, wasn't well received.
It looks like it. That mirror is a nerd?
That is correct. That is correct. Mr. Venom is definitely a very old brand of internet troll. I always like when I see him write anything, I always feel like I'm back in 2008. Man, Svampen is hanging out here. Don't you have to lab? Don't you have to like prepare? You're like, there's like 5 characters you gotta go through. Get to work.
Yeah. I think he's got the stream up also to know when it's his time, you know, because you don't really know that with like how the sets are going, etc. Oh, he's two screens. Yeah, okay, fair. I know he has 2 screens, but I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's very powerful. Dragoi is here as well, so yeah.
Okay, it looks like we're using an old scoreboard here.
Oh,
maybe?
Damn. Got the Super Mario aesthetic?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the old scoreboard either.
Oh, it's all good.
The only sad part is we can't have their like little titles underneath them. Yeah. That's the only sad part, but it's not a big deal. The scoreboard itself is the important part.
Bing bing wahoo indeed, Fairly.
Bing, bing, wahoo. All right, so with a scoreboard here, is everything working as far as updating it and such? Because if it is, then we can move into introductions and head into the set.
All right, this is from the CAC tournament.
Yeah.
Was it made specifically for it? I mean, the color scheme works.
That might be.
McDonald's
scoreboard. Let's go. That is kind of cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, it looks like it's probably working. To be Xaeji on player 1 side and mirri on player 2 side. But yeah, it's like we've been saying, like, for all of these events, there's always something that's gonna go wrong. There's always, like, tech issues. And that's just what happens when you're streaming. Like, it's not... Anyone who's streaming knows that. Shout out to McFlurry, bro. I'm getting a craving now.
Alright, but what's the best thing to put into a McFlurry?
Dime. I don't know if you like, in Sweden we have Smarties and Dime as the default ones.
Yeah.
Dime is
No, I know Dime, yeah.
It's too good.
Smarties and Dime.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like this is working. Give me your McFlurry opinion, and then I'm headed to the presentation.
Oh man, I don't know. As a kid I really liked Smarties. But nowadays I would probably go for Dime. Actually, nowadays you'll probably not find me in the McDonald's anymore. That's the sad truth.
Yeah. fair enough. All right, let's move into the presentations, and then we can get mirri out of here because he wants the gacha.
He wants the gacha.
Yep. All right.
Reset is going.
On one side, フィンランド代表、トリッキーな仕組みで相手のメンタルを崩す魂の達人、mirri. So Finland's representative, his tricky setups will mentally guard break you. The master of deceit, mirri. And on the other side, ロシア代表、その無限の好奇心によって研究がいつまでも続く格闘ゲームの科学者、Xaeji. Russian representative, his infinite curiosity means that the research never ends. The fighting game scientist, Xaeji.
Yeah, once again, those are obviously accurate. Xaeji always looking for new tech, I think, especially through the weeks and months and now years of this game, he's been steadily improving as well. And mirri, I mean, he is using his deceit. We don't even know which character he's gonna play.
True. I mean, he
Actually,
did say
now. He said it now, yeah. But I think before that, no one knew for sure.
Then again, mirri might be lying about that too. But it's not like useless for him is that bad either. It's not UM levels, but
yeah.
Okay, we got you.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, he did say he thinks that UL beats Matera, right? And I think that Fairy and Matera do share a lot of matchups. So he might have a similar opinion there. Especially with the anti-air stuff going on. Nice. Gets a spot drop there for him.
Definitely now. Like, I think Fairy got brought to Matera's level as far as dealing with jumps.
Yeah. Very interesting there, on the EXGG, he immediately goes for his invincible backflip. But gets punished immediately, so, what does that really mean? Well, it means, we know what that means. It means that Xaeji did his homework. He knows how to counter them. He went for that so fast there that I think that he thought it was game.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if there's any player we expect to do their homework, it's definitely Xaeji.
Yeah.
And if there's any player we don't quite expect to do their homework, it might be mirri. Like, not to take anything away from him, he's an amazing player. But he has been a big proponent of Granblue being the type of game where you can be very good at it even if you don't really put that much time in, because it's a fairly simple game, and that's true. But
I mean, again. Same thing.
Yep. You need to know your stuff, man.
Yeah.
Even if it's a simple game, you need to know your stuff. Yeah, like, you're not taking these fairy setups like willy-nilly.
Yeah. I mean, this is making me hype. Just the balls on Xaeji to back-to-back. I know you're always gonna do EX flip here, and I'm not letting you get away with it.
You're gonna do it. Also, shout-outs to the Halloween fairy costume. I love it. This color is super sick.
Little Dawson flip going on.
Yep.
Going for the chip damage there. And
He's
the
been
spot
so
dodge.
good at that. He keeps spot dodging like both the QCF, but also now the farm medium and just getting the hard punish.
Yeah, basically, you know, consistently going for the spot dodge. Oh wow. Consistently going for the spot dodge in situation where he's slightly minus.
That's one way to call out a grab.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, goes for the delay H. Again, spot dodge is there.
Yeah, no punish, but still successful spot dodge.
Oh!
Whoa!
Goes for the jump L early on. Yeah.
Oh.
Still got the knockdown though.
Oh, is that a time?
reach?
Yeah, it definitely reaches.
Wow.
I was just wondering if it was on time, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
That's interesting. Yeah, alright, well then that's another case where, you know, as soon as he has that bar, gotta watch out for, with your EX whips, gotta watch out with your regular whips and your GGs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Out.
Escapes. Oh, that's unsafe, yep.
Yep.
Good patience there.
Definitely.
A lot of people start, like, you know, fuzzy jumping or holding back when they see the flip. This goes for the install.
Playing Unist.
Yep, gonna put him in the blender. That's gonna really hurt.
Go.
Next hit's gonna kill,
God.
and he gets to go slow. Yeah.
Yep.
Good chance there as well. I think that Fairy's no exception there, but you know, a lot of like heavy jump in normals will catch DPs. You know, it's gonna be a true block string. So if you do a DP there, you're gonna get hit low, and I think there's a good chance that he did that. Because if he had wanted to block high, he probably would have delayed his slightly. Alright. EX whip.
And Unist again.
Do it again. Are we gonna see a different hit? This time he doesn't get opened up by the sweep, but he does after this. And that's gonna do it.
Clean.
What a
so we haven't seen Xaeji go for that super that much in previous sets, but I guess like now he's done it twice in 2 rounds there, right? In that match. So I guess he feels like it gives good utility against Mirror specifically. I don't know.
It might be a matchup thing. Because I think he prefers it in matchups where he doesn't feel stable and neutral. That's just my guess. Oh, he gets him there.
Wow, nice.
That's
beautiful.
That's just my guess because he used it a lot against Percival. A lot, you know, and I was really surprised last set. Wow. Yeah, gets him there. Put the chase down.
Damn.
That was clean. That was clean.
Yeah, that was super good.
Yeah, he basically Xaeji goes for you know, install a lot versus me when we played like with Percival, and I was really surprised. Nice, good conversion. When he didn't go for a lot of the last set I watched.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's entirely possible. Like, it seems like it would be a matchup thing in that sense.
This time it doesn't combo despite the counter hits. I mean, obviously, if you do jump L that early, you know, you're putting yourself in a bit of a spot.
Yeah.
Especially when blocked.
Oh wow. Gets through.
Now come out the dives. We haven't seen those before because, you know, he's really been...
Out of
Got him.
Oh, too far away though.
That's pretty sick, bro.
Yeah, that's Xaeji in a rough position though. He needs to get a lot here, and he doesn't have any meter.
Oh, the close L.
That anti-air is too good. Oh my god!
And, yeah.
But he isn't able to finish him because the meter's already gone.
Yeah.
Mirri's still alive.
But I mean, look at that. He blocked there because he shut down EX backflip as an option.
True. Yeah, definitely. Oh, what?
Nice. Little float. I'm just gonna hang out up here.
Bro, okay, Xaeji up 3-0 now.
Helpful close ass. Yeah, I mean, what a set by Xaeji so far, you know, very clean. Bringing out the dives now that Far M is kind of shut down. I imagine Far M probably gets dives a lot, you know, like in jump startup. Maybe in the air, I don't know about that, but we didn't see a lot of dives until, you know, Mirri started going for less Far M's.
Yeah.
So I imagine that is related.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold that GG in the air.
Yeah. Definitely saw him still being airborne there. Oh,
Yeah.
plus frames.
Whips jump you still gets to block.
Yep.
I'm sure the fairy enjoyer like that one.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Man, it's catching all
Okay.
kinds of animals in here right now.
Yep. And now you gotta block a lot of different stuff.
Man,
Oh, yeah. Never mind. You gotta DP, you don't need to block.
I gotta love whip canceling a close heavy to save frames.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, why not, man?
Like,
See?
oh.
Oh, put himself in the corner, doesn't matter. Gets the hard knockdown. Safe jump. Oh, no!
Catches him with the shimmy, but he doesn't get the super.
I don't think he
And-
did anything. No.
No,
Bit of a panic there from Mirri after. Not
I want to
getting
say
it.
that's frustration. I want to say that is frustration.
Yeah, I think so for sure. He definitely was supposed to have that off of the heavy.
Yeah.
And you know, it is online. You know, it might have been a connection thing. It might have been like any number of things, but definitely saw frustration as a reaction there from Mirri.
Yeah. Now he's bringing out the Faust drills. Yeah, again, you know, like
and
that.
the side switch.
Whenever EXGG comes out right now, things are going very well for Xaeji.
Yeah.
And I would say that for a big part of that is that he established no EX, flipping out early on.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still a mind game, but when you gets him again. I mean, almost not surprising if you get hit by install, right? But
Yeah.
it's definitely the expected thing. But you
Went
know,
back to lobby.
yeah, I think this really, everything is going well for Xaeji. The neutral is going well, the Oki is going well, the defense is going well. Everything is going well, but just the mental damage, or rather well, you have the foot in the door to win the set if you represent one core part of your Oki that early on. It's just
definitely, and I think that planted the seed of frustration for Mirri, and then we got these mistakes as well.
Yeah.
That just expanded on it.
Yeah,
now
because remember, you
useless.
can still block the mix-ups. I mean, it's a 50-50, of course, but you can still block them. But so far, he's really been intent on just avoiding them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He would rather just not deal with them. But yeah,
So-
now we're seeing. I have not seen this matchup yet, actually. So it's interesting because
Oh, catches him there.
Eustace is an efficient zoner, but that's more of a mid-range game, and it's very difficult to zone fairy at the mid-range. I can speak from experience.
For sure. And now not even a DP to worry about.
Yeah.
I think the importance of DPs on defense is a bit overstated in this game generally,
Yeah, I agree.
but it isn't against fairy. It definitely isn't against fairy.
Yeah, it does limit your options greatly, not having that
Yeah.
when you need to get out of the GG situation.
Yeah, it's just about how free a fairy is to go for things, which he knows there's no DP.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. Tags him.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
bro. Okay.
dive another thing that might really be a problem for you to deal with without a DP.
Oh,
you got him there.
Let's
Help the
go.
GG. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a fast match, but I do feel like Mirri... Okay, I was gonna say that he might stay on Eustace, but never mind.
Yeah, it's
That went fast, he's out of there. No more Eustace.
No, I mean, what a train right now. It's almost hard to commentate because there's so many things going on where Mirri does have counterplay opportunities,
Yes.
but well, gets outplayed, right?
Bad song.
And, bad song.
He didn't want the Kaglio
Yeah.
theme. So is he actually sticky on Eustace? It's
Actually-
possible.
I actually kind of like it,
I like Kaglio's theme, but you know,
Yeah, it's interesting.
he
I'm
might
glad-
actually be sticking on Eustace like I thought then.
Yeah.
Versus Zeta.
Hope we get Zeta theme
Oh,
next Svampen.
Seta? Yep. Here comes Seta.
Alright.
We have seen him bring out Seta during his match.
season 1 main. That is his season 1 main.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Cagliostro theme again.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Poor
I got the
Mirri.
mental damage.
Poor Mirri.
I want to believe that Xaeji picked Cagliostro theme.
I mean, he did let him know his weakness, so might as well exploit it.
Yeah.
So,
got it.
yeah, definitely, Fairy is a character who is... I don't think it's unfair to say that Fairy is the character in this game who has changed the most since the start of the game until now, because there's been so many things changed on her. But even with that said, this is definitely the
Nice punch on the
character he has faced Fairy with the most. because he played Zeta in the first season, where Ferry was very rampant. You know, so Ferry everywhere.
Yeah. Love how you got the little one hit there on the throw.
Yeah. And I know this matchup was not appreciated by Zeta mains in Season 1. Now it seems to be more okay, but I also don't know how much Mirri is actually still playing Zeta.
Oh, he got him there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. Looking at Mirri is gaining a bit of his confidence here.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, and he went for the throw.
Yeah. That EX parry was against fuzzy mashing. But, you know, the risk of being thrown is always there because, you know, just delay throwing is still decent, of course, against Zeta.
Okay, good call. A bit too far away. Or a bit too slow, actually. He could have gotten the conversion there.
You know, going for the EX parry there shows how much he respects Mirri, though.
Yeah.
in the sense that he knows that, you know, he does his homework.
Yeah.
Oh, gets there. Oh,
Fitizen.
that was definitely a drop combo.
Yeah. Oh, got him with the heavy.
Yeah.
This is big for Xaeji.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, he called him out though!
Yeah, that was a very good delay.
Xaeji on 6-0.
That might have just been like a shimmy to catch a throw attempt.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe not.
MrPow seeing the Euros just fly away in front of his eyes right now. Xaeji gotta steal them from it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, stagger pressure by Fairy is misleadingly good with her close age, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a very good button. Okay, armors.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot there.
Oh, yeah, he goes all the
one.
way. Mirri just wants to get him down.
I mean, you know, one big thing that Zeta struggled with, I think, in Season 1. Oh, nice. No,
I
that's
didn't.
kinda...
Yeah.
Oh, is that too far away?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
But still gets him.
Yeah, he gets him.
Oh my god. Yeah, Mirri looking kind of frazzled right now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say frazzled. It's more like he really just wants to go in. He doesn't want to deal with all the fairy stuff. So he's like, if I hit first, I won't have to deal with it.
I mean, you know, I don't want to be rude, but I think he really just wants to go play gachas right now. Like,
I mean, that part
you know,
goes without saying. But
I mean, you know, this character, in this, like, the way he's getting
yeah,
run a train on, you know, is gonna give you nightmares for sure.
I mean, he didn't make it any secret that he wants to go play gachas, but at the same time, I don't feel like Mirri is the type of person to just, like...
Give up, no.
No, he wants to win, and then go play gachas. So,
yes, for sure.
He's definitely gonna put his all into this. It's just, Sage has been doing a lot more homework than he has.
Yeah. I mean, Season 2 Fairy as well, such a different matchup to Season 1 Fairy, in my opinion.
For sure.
You know, like, it's very different.
But some of the things are still relatively the same. Like, you need to deal with the GG setups in relatively similar manners. And
Yeah.
her sweep is still going to be, like, it's the same as it was.
It's definitely more about the neutral.
But he didn't do anything.
Not gonna do it, no.
No.
Wow, what the Yo, that was sick.
The professor knew exactly what was gonna happen.
That was actually sick.
Yeah, okay. So
what a way to end it. I mean, that was very impressive.
Xaeji brings us our second 7-0, and unfortunately Mirri is the victim of it once again. This solidifies Xaeji as third place. Sorry, MrPow, no dinero for you. You'll have to make your own money somewhere else.
Fight money.
Yeah, so Xaeji officially places himself in the top 3, which means MrPow is even better in his neutral placement now, because he's not only does he have a 30-30 ±0 score, 3-3 set score, he is also number 4 right in the middle of 7 players.
Yeah.
It can't get more Swiss than this.
Yeah. Maximum Swiss. I mean, it's really impressive.
Yeah. MrPow probably knew from the very beginning that this is where he was going to end up.
Yeah. Is it a blessing?
Okay.
Is it a curse? Who knows?
I don't know. But either way, all the players put on super good sets for us so far. But now we're going to move into the finals here. These two players, neither of them have dropped a set so far. and one of them has to now. It's impossible to avoid.
No, Peter, he did not lose a set yet. I can't believe you don't know this, but we're gonna say it again. Dragoi and Svampen both have identical scores, tied as first place.
Yep.
They're both 5-0.
Yes.
So this is going to be for all the marbles.
Yep. So the loser is guaranteed second place, and the winner, of course, is guaranteed first place. So obviously they are the champions of this league. But who is going to be the grand champion? That is the question. And let me just throw out the introductions, and then we'll go straight into this match, because I know everyone's been waiting for it. We've had some delays due to technical difficulties. We're not going to delay it anymore. So here we go with the introductions. Sweden 代表、百戦錬磨をくぐり抜けて判断は常に冷静。スウェーデンの勇者、Svampen. Swedish representative, having been honed through hundreds of battles, his decision-making is always calm. The hero of Sweden, Svampen. And on the other side, スペイン代表、ヨーロッパ最強のベリアル使い、突然現れたチャンピオン、Dragoi. Best Belial EU. The champion who appeared out of nowhere, Dragoi. Spanish representative.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, there are multiple storylines in here. Obviously, the score is tied, that kind of thing. We have a character loyalist versus someone I think is fair to say is not a character loyalist. You know, especially considering how many different characters he plays.
Exactly.
We have old blood versus new blood.
True.
You know, a lot of storylines in here. Even like geographically speaking, you know, it's like East versus West EU, kind of, or North, I should say.
Yeah, exactly.
But, either way, it's like, I mean, there's so many storylines. You can pick one you like. But either way, I think it's impossible not to be curious about how this is going to go.
So I will say this.
Lyle.
Yeah, I will say this. Svampen, probably his least favorite character as far as playing against goes is Belial, because he has a hard time getting over the mental hurdle of, you know, Belial getting these conversions where, like, oh, you made this tiny mistake, it takes like 50%.
Yeah.
Not for free, but you know what I mean. Those kinds of things. And I think for Svampen, this set is going to be a battle of how well can he maintain his composure when the mistakes happen. Because the mistakes are going to happen. They are. For sure. Yes,
of course. I mean, it's definitely true that, you know, Belial gets more, I mean, very different looking beginning already. Two players who are, you know, not going to take risks early on. Gets him with the jump age.
Yep. And here we go. The pressure is on. Dragoi pushing.
Yeah.
From Dragoi's side, he has played against Svampen in a few events. None that were these long sets. I think they've only played in like HAB and such, so it was like first to three set. And I believe it's gone a bit both ways, but I think Dragoi has won more. I'm pretty sure. And for the most part, it has been Belial.
Oh, that was a close L. That was a close L whiff there.
So Dragoi taking the first round in very dominant fashion.
Yeah, but, you know, life lead wise, yes, I would say it was very dominant, but, you know, both are feeling themselves out. Oh wow, goes for the early DP, you know, good players like doing DPs early to benefit long term, for sure. DP is gone now, so no need for the pogo actually.
Yeah, but usually he would go for it anyway since it gives him like clean setups. I don't know what that was. Maybe something went wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think he was a bit off on his timing maybe, and then chose to just do conventional pressure.
Yeah, I have seen some slowdowns, but they might be on my side.
Oh really? So far it's been looking pretty.
Okay, if you aren't seeing it, then it's on my side.
Yeah. Well, he got him there with the close H confirm. You know, for all the things you can say about Belial, he has a very high ceiling for optimization, in the sense that, you know, being able to one-hit confirm 2M, 5H, and 2U are all one-hit confirming those are all definite upgrades about not one-hit confirming them. Like, yeah, you know, you can do stuff. You can do 2U and just go into EX Claw and hope for the best if you're in the corner, still get the conversion. But that is a clear downside to not confirming it, you know? And so it's going to be really interesting. Again, like, gets the 2H counters confirming there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gets out. Yeah, he's very prepared when you go for grabs, even the very rapid command grab from below.
Yeah.
But still looking at the disadvantage for Svampen here. It is an interesting matchup because I don't think Svampen necessarily does that poorly in it, but she cannot go to the long range where normally she would be using her, I forget what it's called, but her laser.
Yeah.
But you can't do that against Belial because he can very easily react with 5U to it.
Yeah.
And it will punish.
Oh, nice. Very good conversion there on the
yeah.
Swim counter hit. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Yes.
Goes for the meaty laser.
Yep. Okay, looking for the DP.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. No! Doesn't get the animation.
Oh, he doesn't get the animation!
Oh,
but Chip. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
difficult situation there for Svampen.
Yeah.
Great stuff from Dragoi. Huge.
Smart.
I mean, he bet everything on that DP, but very smart to do it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You know, it's gonna chip. It comes down on the other side as well. You know.
Yeah, you would
be
have to do
awkward.
2 rapid spot dodges and possibly not be able to punish it to avoid the chip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is hard to deal with.
There.
Okay, Svampen getting out. Okay, goes for the red, didn't get it.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunate spot dodge there.
Yeah. Oh, goes for the empty low. Doesn't get the conversion this time. Very uncharacteristic.
Okay, so Svampen gets the X knockdown here. What's the situation?
Yeah.
Takes the grab.
So we saw he was delayed throwing there.
Yep.
Gonna be interesting to see if Svampen tries something like a empty overhead, you know, soon.
Yeah, he's really having trouble dealing with those stunts. We've seen them basically destroy him completely. He needs to adjust.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Belial just gets in. Like, Dragoi just gets in, you know, too easily.
Yeah,
that
he needs to
is,
adjust
I think,
what
really
he's
bottom
doing
line.
against those.
You know, especially when he's up close, though, very impressive stuff with the 2U. You know, like his usage of 2U and his confirming of 2U, I think is really something that does set him apart. You know, right now, he is taking the time to go back.
Okay, we're going back to the room.
Yeah, let's hope it's not because of technical issues, but instead just you know, wanting a time, a little breather, a little bit of thinking. I don't think Svampen doesn't have another character, does he? That he would pick.
Not that he would pick against Dragoi, I don't think.
Yeah. Alright.
I would be very surprised. I mean, unless he's been working on a Belial counter without telling me. He does have other characters that he's extremely good with. But as far as I'm aware, he hasn't been using them to counter Belial, so I would be surprised to see it.
Yeah. No, what I really think what this is, you know, you'll see this in tournament a lot by experienced players, is just, hey, you know, you can have the time, kill the opponent's momentum a bit, think about what just happened, kind of like formulate a new game plan. You know, if there are no tournament rules that forbid it, you know.
Yeah, okay, so Dragoi is saying that he kept getting stuck in loading, so it wasn't actually Svampen who was doing it. Okay. That has happened to me as well on the PC version. I don't know what causes it, but it's something that can happen. Where you just get stuck in loading without being able to press rematch.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so it's actually technical difficulties here.
Yes, but they're on Dragoi's side, it looks like.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like Dragoi's going to reset, I guess reboot the computer, come back in. For now, it's 2-0 Dragoi. Svampen getting a breather here. Don't know if he actually wants a breather, but that's what he's getting, right? So.
Yeah, I don't know. On one hand, you know, taking a break is generally good if you're not on the side of the momentum. You know, like if you don't have momentum, it's good to take a break. Maybe break the opponent's momentum a bit. Very famous set we saw in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, with Sonic Fox versus Goichi, where you know that. Like anyone could see how that turned the tide. You know, just like having that break, having a little bit of like talking, like that definitely made a difference there.
Yes.
On the other hand, though, I think you know certain characters like Belial, like Lance, are characters where no matter how much you lab, kind of like it helps being warmed up playing against them. You know, like kind of having like a feeling for it, and so in the end, maybe Svampen really would prefer to just go like right back in, get a feeling for that, because what we also saw, if you remember, in his set against Deviance, he was struggling initially until he then started running away with the set.
Yeah.
And so you know, it might just be a case of, and you said, you know, he mostly lost against Dragoi in shorter sets. So it might be a case where Svampen really would prefer to just like keep on playing and keep on, you know, like being you know, fresh, you know, with the stomps especially. He probably has, you know, an idea of what he wants to do, because a few times now he went for the 2H, got hit, got counter hit, got mostly whiff punish though, because the spacing Dragoi does them, and it's so high up, right? It's so high up. It's not the usual height you're expecting from stomps, because Zeta's 2H goes so high.
Yeah.
So
Svampen is completely expecting regular jumps at that point, and the 2H would work in that situation, but that's not what's coming. It's it's the jump U, and then it gives him a full conversion off of it, and you know that's a big problem.
Exactly.
So definitely need to look at. I mean, this gives Svampen time to reflect on what went wrong, how do I solve it, what can I do better. The question is he in a mental state right now where he can absorb that information and make it work for him?
Yeah, for sure.
And on the flip side, in Dragoi's case, he is dropping his momentum right now, but it also depends on, can he look at what happened, because you know he can make adjustments now in response to Svampen's adjustments before they even happen, because he knows Svampen is a good player, so he might be thinking now he's going to do this instead because he has time to think, so I'm going to do this instead.
Yeah, and that's like adapting ahead is very hard to do while you're in the set, even though if you know it's coming, because you just don't have the time. Well, you have the time to go, he's doing this, I need to do that more.
Yeah.
But you don't really have the time to be like 3 or 4 steps ahead, you know? I mean, generally that's not advised either, but if you're playing against a good player, then you do expect certain adaptations, and so you can adjust, you know, early on. But in the case of the stomps, you know, I don't know what Svampen's like preferred thing to do there is. Maybe like a parry S, you know, flipping them up in the air. Maybe he just goes for air throws. The clear weakness with stomps when you're doing them from that high up is this: if you're moving about as you know, Svampen, like you know, you did a micro dash or something like that, and he goes for the stomp, it's gonna whiff, you're gonna get punished, you know. So you know, that might be also something he's thinking about, like, okay, I'm too much of a sitting duck, I gotta just move around more.
I definitely think, I'm no expert on playing as Zeta, obviously, but from my perspective, the right decision against Belial's jumping you is exactly what you said. You need to do a little micro dash or something, you need to make it whiff. I think that is key. The second best option is probably to start trying to go for air throws, but then it becomes a different type of mind game. You know, you can do an early jump attack or whatever, you can stop it, but he doesn't get as much from that, so you know. But I definitely think letting some jump, because even if he does a regular jump in and Svampen did that micro dash, he might be getting out anyway, and it will probably, like, if he does it when he sees the jump come, and that could turn the tide in his favor.
Yeah, and I mean, like Nipa said here, you know, it's 2-2M, 2-2M, 2-2H, you know, are options, of course, as well. But I think, you know, using 2-2M, I don't know exactly how consistent that is, how rewarding that is. It might be very rewarding. This is something I, you know, can't speak to.
I will say that I think if it was a good option against Belial, Svampen would already be doing it, because he does use that frequently against my Matera. In the situations where it's warranted.
2-2H, however, you know, you have the issue that the angle is not quite right for the angle that Dragoi is using right now, right? Like he's really going like right over him and then coming straight down. And the reason he has to do that is because of Zeta's 2H, you know, like usually you see Belial players go for stomps in a more shallow angle, you know, where it's like they're kind of like landing on top of your feet, you know, even if it's from further up, they're like aiming at the front of your character. And that, however, is not that good against Zeta because of 2-2H, because of 2H. you know,
Yeah.
because Xaeji goes far up.
So you need to go more from the actual top rather than in front.
Yeah, because you can't land on the front of the character if you're you know, on the way down. Like that takes too long. It's going to be anti-aired, whatever. So usually the height you're in when you're trying to land in front of the character, or you know, on the front of the character, is a lot lower, and just 2H goes that high up. You know, that's the privilege Zeta has in many matchups. That her 2H just goes it's that vertical.
Yeah.
So Dragoi is still not here yet. Let's hope that there are no other technical issues.
Yeah. I checked my Discord messages and he hasn't written anything, so I would assume that he just has a slow computer or something like that. Otherwise, he probably would have written like, "Oh, I got this problem" or whatever.
There's something about like grand finals in this game and technical issues. You know, we didn't have any issues like these last few weeks. I just think it's funny because I can think of multiple examples of like grand finals or really important or bigger sets, let's say, having technical issues. Like I think the set I had versus Venom in Cynical's league. There he is. Very good.
He's back. The set
that was like 1 hour delayed or something like something absurd like that. Like there were laptop issues for Venom, and then just something about. You know, this game, I think it runs well. You know, for anyone watching who doesn't have the game, it might be a bit misleading because you know, you can talk about netcode, that kind of stuff.
Svampen pulling out the so here.
But I would say that the game, you know, runs well for the most part.
I think the game runs well on PC. I think the problem, both on PC and PS4, is that ever since they introduced the Battle Pass, the loading times to get to the main screen have gone super long.
Yes, I mean that's a very common complaint.
Yeah, that is a weird issue, but the loading times between matches and such are fine.
Yeah,
all right. So
let's see what happens here. Very curious. Starts with a 6-6L.
Okay, gets a poke. All right. Oh yeah.
That is what you talked about.
Yep.
Oh damn.
No! Everything went right in a row there for Dragoi.
Yeah, got him there though.
Something gets hit.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't a huge hit.
No, but this gives Seth the corner situation that she wants. Okay, blocks it this time. That's a better option than what he had before.
Yeah, I mean in that case also harder to react properly. You know, you're kind of like still in the offensive mindset. The main risk there that you know Dragoi pulled was just going for the jump in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh, just parries right back.
Okay, gets him out.
Yeah. Stabs him.
Got him in the corner again.
Yeah.
Oh, that he didn't believe in the sweep actually. What a shame.
Yeah. This is a point. Yeah, I was nice. There it is. All right.
Yeah.
I stand correct. That's 2.
I am Sarge Nexus. That was the right option. You were right all along.
Yeah. And I was gonna say this was exactly the point. You know, like using the EX special. This is a point where we saw a lot of micro dash jumps. So it's gonna be interesting. I also want to say Svampen a lot more active right now, you know?
Yes, he is moving on the screen a lot more. He was playing very cautious in the beginning, which I think is one of Svampen's strongest points. But against a character like Belial, you can't let him know where you are. That gives him too much control.
Oh, gets the safe jab.
Oh, beautiful. And this is going to be full corner carry here.
Oh, no OS, but I think, you know, now he's going to think about that more.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
now
2H.
that he's shown it, then
nice.
Oh, that one looked like it would get... Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
the anti-throw tech on something, he does that a lot when he expects a throw. It also works against other things as well, of course.
Yeah, it's slightly less risky than something like just going for a straight overhead. So, you know, it makes a lot of sense there. On the counter hit and with super, you can get the conversion. That was very clean. That entire round, you know, I think was very clean.
Yeah.
She showed some answers.
Okay, the throw goes through, and now corner position against Belial, definitely a scary position to be in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gets tagged. Big hits here from Dragoi.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragoi really likes going for those meaty stomps that don't flip him back up.
Yeah. Okay, that was an interesting escape.
Yeah, I want to say that was probably a little mistake. I don't think he wanted it to come out quite that way.
Oh no, he didn't get the super! He actually got the DP. Oh, what a shame, and this is gigantic damage now from Svampen.
Yeah, close H SSPA. Best way to get back into this round.
Sure. Alright, so...
Oh, I
okay,
think he did get his dash there.
Yeah,
No, he
I
definitely
think,
didn't
yeah,
get
I
it back
think
there.
he just messed it up, but it doesn't matter. And
Oh, he
got
goes
the
for the
throw.
throw. Yeah. This time, no tech. You know, Dragoi teched the last throw in this situation. I think he really expected him to, you know, go for maybe something like an overhead, you know. Oh, nice.
Punish on that, yeah, I know that one of the main things he's been working on is specifically like getting the proper spot dodge on far heavy. That is such a big deal against Lyle, so definitely seeing some homework here from Svampen.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that in his set against Deviance as Belial as well. Nice, goes for the OS there.
Here's the OS.
Exactly.
Yeah, Svampen has spot dodge OSs out the wazoo. Like, if he sees that you like spot dodging, he's gonna start doing his OSs, and he has several.
Yeah.
So you need to look out.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, there's no reason not to OS every single stop, but we gotta be realistic here, right? Like, if you have like a million inputs on everything you do, more room for error. So it kind of makes sense that he didn't like initially go for that, you know, until he saw the spot dodge.
It's the same as a baseball pitcher. They can't throw their fastball every time because, you know, the arm can't do that every time. You need to save it for when it really matters. And yeah, once you know that the OS is a necessity, that's when you start doing it.
He did go for the overhead there.
Damn!
That was very interesting.
Oh
Nice.
god.
Oh, he did go
could've
for the
killed.
super.
Yeah. He messed up there.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see now how nice.
Ooh,
Got him there.
Yeah, and
I
he
mean,
gets conversion because of the counter hit.
I mean, look how fast that was. Yeah, I mean, clearly the right thing to do here. The risk with that is just, you know, him doing the jump Q a bit early. I'm not sure how well he can escape that if it whips.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's safe to say that the downtime there between the matches definitely favors Svampen over Dragoi.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to imagine that he would adjust that much, you know, in so many different ways at the same time if it was a live match. So that definitely, you know, helped. Nice. Go for
and there's the air throw. That's what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. No!
No!
He didn't get it this time either.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know
Like
if he was
this.
even trying for Super though, because he did have SSBA, and he got the heavy DP, so maybe he wasn't even trying to get Super.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it was definitely not on purpose.
No,
I
definitely.
think we can say
definitely.
that.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
Fireball. Xaeji said that as well.
Yeah.
That is also a thing that can happen, of course.
But you know, focusing on the adjustment here, he did go for a dash up into, you know, heavy off of the you know, Svampen goes for the spot dodges a lot in those situations where he's slightly minus. And that was a situation where Dragoi snuffed it out, even though he dropped the combo, he snuffed it out.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see more
Oh,
adjustments here. Nice.
that
Very
one
good.
is confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. That was
Dragoi very much still in this.
that was a bit on the easier side. I think he saw the move, you know, like the movement as well. But, you know, definitely very impressive. Getting those close H1 hit confirms very important. Oh.
Okay, yeah, that's what does not work out. Dragoi getting some Oki here, but he gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sweep. That is one of the best
he
ones
drops
in the
it.
game. Oh no! Ah, and he goes
And
for the pro and gets tagged for it. Okay, this is Dragoi's round.
Nice.
Okay, yeah,
Up
some
on him.
the Dragoi combos here.
Little cheeky setup.
Yeah, interesting that Svampen. Some might have been tagged by that before, just straight blocking.
Nice.
Okay,
He gets the momentum back. That was a very, you know, that was a very quick match. Just some core points where he got outplayed and just immediately died. You know, I mean, Belial is a character with a lot of health, sorry, with a lot of damage, and but Zeta also very good at momentum. I mean, look at this.
And he does the thing! I hate that thing! Very good here from Svampen in general on calling the DPs. He has been on a few times, but he has way more successes than failures so far.
Yeah. Again, he messes up the sweep. That's very, you know, unusual for him to mess up.
Yeah, I think Belial has a slightly strange hardbox
I see.
compared to what he's used to.
That's definitely the skinny jeans, you know.
Oh no, he didn't get it! Damn, that could have been huge for Dragoi.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, I think. Oh, little slowdown there.
Okay. Oh, but he gets him with auto combo.
Yeah, I saw a bit of slowdown there. I hope that was also just on my end.
This time it wasn't on my end, so it should be fine.
Okay, that's good.
I think we just got shitty computers now.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're not in here.
Let's go. That was sick by Dragoi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the
Correct.
exact wrong call there. Oh wow, Dragoi gonna completely destroy this round.
It's not over till it's over, but yeah.
True, true.
I mean, if he gets the side switch here, you know, anything can happen. And that is the side switch.
Okay. What can Svampen do from here? He needs to find a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That
he
is the
finds
hit.
it!
Yeah, so this, you know, could spell defeat
It's
very
the pro.
easily.
Oh, Mustang! He definitely was trying to do something, but
That was-
doesn't work out.
That was very weird. I mean, there was
Yeah.
no lockdown either to, like, you know, mask his input, so it's very
Yeah.
weird. I wonder if you missed the button on the stick.
That's possible, like that does happen to me sometimes. Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, better positioning on the screen for Svampen here, but you know, both players moving about
Yeah,
a lot. This is
big
gonna be
counter
corner.
hit.
This is gonna be corner. And he
Jumps
just jumped
out,
Oh,
and does get out. Oh no, yeah, too far away to actually get something on that.
I mean, that jump L air to air though to catch him.
Yeah, too clean. Yeah, Dragoi looking super strong here again.
Yeah.
But still a
4-3.
lot left of the set. Dragoi is now at 4-3, and it is a first 7.
Yeah. I mean, what a different, you know, game now. Like, we had this really slow, methodical beginning in the first 2 matches, and now both are just running trains. Very, very hard to tell. Even though Dragoi won 2 in a row, it's very hard to tell where the momentum lies exactly. You know.
Yes, because Svampen was getting a lot in those matches as
Yeah.
well.
Like, there was,
didn't get it.
yeah, there was a clear momentum, you know, like advantage to Dragoi in the first 2, and then for Svampen in the next 3. But here, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the jump mix-up, Zeta, definitely a character who's good at that. Oh, okay,
Oh,
no, he
doesn't
didn't
go.
get it. Oh,
Yeah.
I think it wasn't cooldown, that's why.
It wasn't cool.
Okay, but it works
Zeta-
out anyway for Svampen, and here is the corner
Yeah.
situation.
Oh,
It didn't OS, but it doesn't even matter!
yeah. He went for the unblockable spot dodge into DP, but it got
Yeah.
blocked.
Yeah, Svampen even blocking the unblockables. Oh, bad call to run back there. Okay, yeah, air to air. Ooh,
Gets him.
yeah, and here's the patented Zeta corner situation.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
On the meshes this time.
Amazing Abure there.
Yeah.
Oh, big counter hit.
Yeah. Oh,
And
with
the
reset.
reset. Oh, my God.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, let's go. No, it doesn't connect.
No, that was that not an attempted 2-2H maybe? I don't know. I mean, that was
Oh,
insane.
that air to air. Oh, he's gonna kill. No, he
No,
messed up
that was
SSP. Oh, damn, that is such a shame.
What a heartbreak.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that 5U was clearly against SBA. That is very unfortunate. But we saw some drops on Dragoi's side as well so far.
Yeah. Definitely happened on both players' sides. I mean, I think both of them are definitely feeling nards here.
Yeah.
This is a big deal for both players. I know it is. Okay, good parry. Late
Goes for
tech.
the throw. Oh, the little shimmy.
Oh, yes.
No tech this time. Catches him with the frame trap.
And this is beautiful.
Oh, this time he doesn't go
Oh,
for
he
the
gets
sweep.
in with the...
Yeah.
And again!
Yeah. Yeah, he opts to basically not go for the sweep now, I think. I think that was on purpose, just, you know, so it doesn't whiff again.
Yeah.
Going for the thing that definitely works. Ultimately, the thing is with Pogo as well, ultimately it's not as much of a mix-up as it is pressure, you know, and corner carry when you're mid-screen. So I think he if you look at the situation, Pogo is not the situation where he opens him up right now, right?
True.
And that really is, for the most part, the way the matchup should go, I think. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Goes for the 2H there this time.
Yeah, he was definitely expecting a normal jump, and yeah, didn't. That's not what
Yeah.
came. Oh, okay.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Watch
no answer for that this time.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
but he
that is-
gets out.
I think
He
that is
just-
the first time we saw that. Wow.
Yeah, it was the first time he did it. My wording kind of implied that he had answered earlier.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it was more opening up for future situations.
Oh, spot dodge. Still gets to
Oh,
block though.
damn,
Interesting
that
trade.
is interesting trade indeed.
Yeah, he just wants to get
Very-
out, but he doesn't let him out. No. Like, we know how important the corner is for both these characters. Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Gets the clash.
And the throw.
Yeah.
Basically corner position now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Got
Okay,
got
goes for the
corner
safe
now.
option. And
Nice.
he got him! Ah, no,
Yeah, he was a
the
bit-
height wasn't good enough.
Yeah. Was a bit off there. Next hit by both players, I think is gonna do it.
I think that might be too far
That
away.
reach?
Wait,
Wow!
what?
That reaches? They did buff that. They did buff that
Yeah,
very
but
recently.
it can still whiff. It's very hard to judge when it's in range and not.
Yeah.
Like, I watch that whenever he activates on a far sweep. I just watch with bated breath when we play, and then I let out a stress sigh whenever it hits.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright.
here we go.
I think he definitely expected like a 5H there after the, after blocking the projectile. That's why he went for the parry, I would say.
Okay, this is big for Dragoi. And he gets the hit! Something in such big trouble now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
What is Dragoi gonna do on the wake
that
up?
round is all Dragoi.
I mean, we did see Svampen get out in a horrible situation before, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
He gets tagged.
Just gets hit by the jabs.
Yeah, good safe option there from Dragoi and it pans out.
Yeah, I mean, more damage is not needed there. That did it.
Of course.
No reason to go for high damaging things there. Nice, he is ready for it,
He
even though he showed
still
it.
was ready, duh.
Yeah, even though
Damn.
he didn't show it in a long time.
Yeah.
Right. Corner
Because that
position
is
is
the
good.
type of thing, like as said, you want to throw it out because it's still a monster, right?
It's him there.
And you want to throw it out when they forget about it, but Dragoi doesn't forget.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, tagged by the DP this time. Looking very Dragoi right now.
Yeah, interesting. That could have been tight, I think, right? The close L into the 2L. I think
Yeah,
that can
yeah.
be the rock string, so...
I think so too. And
Oh,
he gets
damn.
the super.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no
What?
animation.
Oh, but he still gets. Yeah, I think Svampen assumed he was dead there too.
Yeah. Very hard to be ready there.
Yeah.
Like weird bar situations like that are
Very.
commonly when you go for stuff like that.
sure.
And yeah, the jump H, just neutral jump H when you're there, like close, have the opponent in the corner. Also something Percival can do very well, so I'm familiar with it. It's just it's quite hard to anti-air in that spacing for a lot of
Yeah.
characters.
Definitely.
And you do catch stuff, like little micro dashes and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
the delay this time.
the right
Yeah.
height, but can't get a combo. But still, this
No,
will open up
it's all
the
good.
situation.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of small things that aren't going quite the way he wants it to right now in his combos.
But I don't feel like it's deterring him
Nice.
either.
Punish. No, I mean, it's important when you mess up or when something doesn't go as expected. You just have to continue,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
keep
you
the
go.
composure. And I agree with burning the CPA here. It's going to be fairly scaled because of the jab into auto combo, but still, you need to try and equalize that HP quite a bit in that situation. Okay,
Yeah.
didn't
Oh, it
go
did
for
whiff.
anything. Can't kill here, but it's going to be rough.
Yeah, it is gonna
Into
be
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Now Svampen goes for the fuzzy mash, but that is
Yeah.
the jump Q. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you, brother. Yeah, it's a counter hit. I mean,
Yeah, it's still a combo.
stomp counter hit. Very consistent combo.
Oh, and Svampen actually dares shoot the laser and gets it this time because it was interacting with the Blast protocol.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, he just gets out
Nice.
and gets into the
Gets
bomb.
there.
Save stuff. He's backing off. Oh!
Yeah, nice. I think that was a reaction to the fireball happening.
I think so too. Oh yeah, he cancelled it too early.
Still got the corner position, making good care not to lose it.
Yeah. He's trying to zone him from a mid-range here. Oh yeah,
definitely-
beautiful.
He's definitely keeping his space a bit more now, Svampen is.
Oh no, he messed up the OS there. Oh wow, he gets him on the jump as well. Oh wow.
Oh,
Conversion.
Yeah.
And he gets up?
No, yeah, but that's not gonna combo from that high up.
Oh, too far away! Is that gonna reach?
I don't know.
No.
No. All right.
And this is gonna kill, I guess? Yeah! No!
No. Whoa! That's not a mix. I'm
No!
sorry, Svampen. That's not a pogo setup. And Dragoi knows. Noise knows. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god, Dragoi is
That was
absolutely insane right now. Like, Svampen was doing so much good as well, and Dragoi just answering with that. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, he knew it. The moment Svampen went to the air, he's like, "I'm sorry, fam. That is not a setup, and you know it, and I know it, and I'm gonna punish you for it."
Yeah, he's definitely looked into stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't prepared for that hit.
Yeah.
Svampen in a bad position now because Dragoi is up 6-4, which means that if Dragoi wins one more match, he's taking the whole thing.
Yeah. And, you know, he's running a train right now. He's still got super. Next hit into super. It's gonna do it. Wow!
That was the right call!
That was the right call, but very surprising, you know, like so far. Actually, no, we saw a lot of stomps there, you know, and I think...
Yeah.
I don't think he was expecting the close H, but he was definitely expecting, you know, a stomp, a throw, command throw, something like that.
Yeah, he was expecting a situation where this is the right decision. It wasn't the situation he was probably looking for, but it was still one that worked out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. A lot of characters not able to punish that when you back away instead of.
Yeah.
Okay, just holding it.
Just you know, that momentum, that's exactly the momentum shift he needed. That's giving him the life. The potential at least.
And he gets him again. He gets him a lot with those.
Wow, he goes for the regular throw. Very gutsy.
Oh,
given
wow. I can't believe he pressed light there.
I can't believe he didn't buffer into super.
True. Oh!
He catches them!
And this is...
Oh, this is the setup. Oh. And he goes... I can't believe he trusted himself. With 21 seconds on the clock, I can't believe he trusted himself to go for the high-risk, high-reward parry there. I mean, we did see the fuzzy mashes so far, right? So it was the right call based on his defense, but so risky given you have the light lead. But, you know, like, he's basically just saying, you know, I know it's gonna work, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, Dragoi looking strong this round so far. Svampen not really panning out on his decision making. Yeah, that became an awkward distance because of the roll earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, goes for the heavy. Push them all the way into the corner. And, yeah.
Bro, that whip punish.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely more of an incidental whip punish, but he was immediately ready with the one-hit confirm. You know, all props to him.
Yeah, it's what we in the industry call a wish punish.
It is a wish punish, yeah. But I mean, wish punish or not, too far away. Yeah, he would have had to.
No, when Dragoi getting a big hit here, Svampen looking in trouble.
I'm definitely rooting for Svampen here. I want to see more of this.
Yeah, I want this to be a 7-6. Ooh. Oh wow.
Just zoning him.
Okay. Yeah,
oh man, nice
this time he was a little bit too far away. Great adaptation left from Dragoi, being ready to punish it.
Yeah.
And he gets with speed. Doesn't have spear to cancel too. Oh no, that was big.
Yeah. I mean,
oh, this might be it.
That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it.
That is it. Dragoi takes it. First
Congratulations to Dragoi.
Yeah. Yeah, huge congratulations to Dragoi. Amazing play from both players. That was a fantastic set to end it on, no doubt.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that both these players definitely more than deserved their place in this grand finals.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean that was very good play. I think, you know, just I wouldn't have been surprised Svampen just steamrolling him after those 3 matches, the way those went, right? Like, you had those 2 really convincing matches by Dragoi, then you had those 3 really convincing matches by Svampen, and that's, you know, that's the way it goes. And if that was a best of 5, then that would be it, you know?
Yeah.
But that's really why I love these long sets, because this is where long-term adaptation really shines. You know, we saw this, we saw the parry against the, like, Dragoi didn't go for fuzzy mash early on. He opted to go for the latex against his poker pressure. But then, later on, he started fuzzy mashing. He hit him like 2 or 3 times. Then he got hit by the parry. You know, these are the adaptations you can only see in a longer set. And we saw that, you know, both these players are very well aware of the mind games and very well aware of, you know, how to play this matchup. But in the end, you know, Dragoi just consistently had an edge in the way he outplayed him.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Svampen made a lot of good adaptations, and on the adaptations that he made, Dragoi stopped doing those options, and he started reacting to Svampen's comfortable ranges, and that panned out a lot. Like, even when we're talking about that wish punish, like, yes, it was definitely not a reactive whiff punish, but I know Chad is gonna give calm on me for this. because it's Belial 5H, right? You're just gonna do it, right? But I think that was a very calculated distance to press it at, because he had seen Svampen spot dodge those a lot. He had gotten heavily punished for it earlier in the set, but he started realizing that Svampen isn't doing this anymore because he's trying to take the offensive position. So when I do it here now, not only is he not going to spot dodge this, I am highly likely to actually get his poke with it, and he did, and he was ready to go for the super.
Yeah, and I mean,
those kinds of adaptations.
I mean, footsies, as much as I love how reactions in neutral play a big role in this game, footsies is more than just reactions. It's about spacing, it's about timings, and really in the end, what happened here is, if I recall correctly, Svampen did take a step forward before doing the 2M, and this is very, very typical thing to do in high level play is where you take a step forward, you wait just a moment because you're still like seeing is the opponent going to do something, then you poke, and he just perfectly snuffed that out with just delaying the 5H a bit more than that. And we see Dragoi. I don't know if it didn't really happen a lot in this set because Zeta is not the kind of poking like neutral character, but Dragoi also very, very good with sweeps in the same sense. Like he does that a lot in other matchups where he just waits a bit longer than what you're going to do, and then he just sweeps you. And it's not a reaction necessarily, but it's an auto whiff punish that's going to kill you if he buffers that into SSBA. So it's just I'm hype. I'm glad I was here as a commentator to do this and tell you all how hype I was watching. It was definitely very enjoyable.
So next time we do this, maybe we can have you as a player.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
In this past week, I actually played like 3 or 4 sets, which I haven't in.
Let's go.
I think these are the first sets I played in like 1.5 months or something.
That makes me so happy to hear because, dude, like even if you're not playing, you're a boon to the scene for sure. Like having you on commentary has been amazing, but having you as a player, that is the sickest by far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make this about me right now because Dragoi should be celebrated right
of course.
now.
Dragoi pulled it off. He was. Yeah. I mean, Dragoi is a powerhouse. We said it like many times, like the champion who appeared out of nowhere. Because I remember.
For sure.
I remember, like, right around when Season 2 started, we kept hearing this, like, oh, Spain has this sick Belial,
Yeah.
And I remember Cynical got shit at his event because I think he called Deviance best Belial EU. And like, the Spanish people were like, bro, he's not the best Belial EU, we got the best Belial EU. And it became kind of a meme, that every Belial was the best Belial EU. But there's no discussion. Like, Dragoi is the best Belial EU. Like,
actually... when I stopped playing actively because of time constraints, but I was definitely still like more into the game and more like warmed up, I would say, that was when Dragoi just got his back-to-back win in Harsh Blazing. I actually DM'd him. I was like, hey, let's run a set because I wanted to see for myself, as a player, what he's all about. You can watch the grand finals, whatever, but it's not really the same thing as playing him. And playing him there and like having this one set that I played against him, I was definitely like, this guy, my competitive fire started burning. I was like, man, I want to beat him, but at the same time, I was like immediately, okay, this guy's for real. This is not a case of someone being carried by his character. I mean, we see that when he plays other characters as well.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
But and I think Belial doesn't really carry players anymore now. I mean, maybe before you could say that to some extent. I mean, in the sense that when he came out, he was overtuned. I think it's fair to say that. Right, and at the same time as well, he was also very hard to deal with. And learning how to deal with things takes time. It takes days, weeks, sometimes months, depending on the matchup. And so people were like, they were judging the character based on not only his strength, which was high, but also their inexperience. But we saw that all the characters in this whole tournament format in these sets, are definitely viable. Like, there's not a single character out of these characters that isn't viable.
I need to bring up a quote here, though. Looking at this whole thing, because my buddy Ryo, Japanese Percival player, very good Blaze Blue player before. When I sent him the infographic for this event before we started, he looked at the players. He looked at the the image that I put out on Twitter. You have all the players' names and countries and their characters.
Yeah,
and he said, "Wow, there's nothing but top tiers in this event, except for Matera."
Yeah.
So I just want to have it on record. If anyone's getting carried by character, it ain't me.
Yeah. Are you saying that the Japanese can't be wrong?
Anyway, let's. All right. So, with that in mind, huge thanks to everyone for participating in this event. It's been great matches from all you guys. I'm really happy to have seen you participate. Obviously, huge thanks to you, Fitizen, for joining me on commentary so many times as well. I think you were
thanks for having me. Yeah, exactly. This was the third time, and thanks for having me. The first time, wasn't quite sure, about if I'm really good for the job as well, because I like to ramble a lot. But I think you did a good job reeling me in, always getting me back into the gameplay, and the feedback was very positive, so I was happy to come on again.
Yeah, but always love having you on the mic, man. You have very good insight, and I mean, it's almost more interesting to talk between the matches because we can discuss more things. But I think it went well overall. I would also like to thank the guest commentators we've had on throughout the event. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone now, but I know Godflash Founder was commentating twice with me, I believe.
Yeah.
And then it was Necron and Martin. So huge shout outs to all of these. If I forgot someone now, please flame me, because that's not okay. So I'm sorry if I forgot someone. Also, thanks to everyone helping out with the event. So huge thanks to Godflash again for always organizing the stream. Thanks to his tech assistants, RH, of course, always hooking up with these events. Fayley did a lot of the stream help as well. I don't know if there were more people behind the scenes, but if there were, I hope Godflash will give them proper shout out in chat.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone for tuning in and liking this game. Like, I really love this game. I definitely do want to put on more events. Not necessarily, like, I do want to put on more events that are like this, but I also want to put on events that are less of a time investment for the players as well. So hopefully we'll be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes sense to have both. These long-running formats, like I said, are really good for improving the scene as well. Someone like TryKeazer, like I mentioned earlier, who is going to put in the work week to week. It's very, very good for progress. To know early on, a week early, this is going to be my match. And just lab stuff, look at the footage. Hey, anyone who thinks he can show Dragoi or Svampen or any of these players who's the boss, there's more than enough footage now of them playing for you to analyze, and try to get an edge, so I think these formats have a very important place, but at the same time, it's hard to be committed week to week, over weeks. Not everyone can do that.
No, of course. So definitely huge thanks to the players for really doing that. I know it was challenging for a few of them, and I know some are more invested than others. Like, I don't think it's a secret that Mirri isn't super invested in Granblue right now, but he still stepped up, and he was super supportive of the event and everything. So definitely shout outs to that. Same with Deviance. He has a lot of real life stuff going on right now. He wasn't sure he could make the time, but he still went out of his way to do that, and I really appreciate it from all the players, of course.
Yeah, no, for sure. So you have different folks, in different situations, and Dragoi, in the end, through it all, you don't know. I mean, we don't know what he's got going on, So it's always easy to say, well, this guy has been grinding more or whatever. But I mean, looking at his Eustace, he was definitely playing actively when that character came out.
Yeah, definitely.
But just impressive stuff all around. And thanks for all the viewers. I know the Spanish community, especially, always supports. Their players, comes out, watches. I'm reminded by the Set on Cynicals stream. Where just Spanish players plays, viewers go up, Spanish set is done, viewers go down.
Yeah, dude. Whenever Gumius was on. Like,
Yeah.
you had the Genki Damas in chat the whole time. It was super good.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it's been really fun to have this event. Hopefully we can have more in the future. There was something more I wanted to say before leaving. What was that?
Other events? Maybe you wanna tease something? Maybe not.
Well, I have one in the works, which is less of a time investment, but I'm not ready to announce it yet because I need to do a lot of behind-the-scenes checking with players to see if they're up for it or not.
Yeah.
But hopefully there will be a more like one-day thing, which is more of a traditional tournament bracket, but with a special twist to it.
Okay. I'm gonna be excited to see what the twist is. Remember to follow this guy MajinTenshinhan on Twitter if you don't already because of event hubs.
I did a Eustace article that was published today talking
Yeah.
about all the strengths and weaknesses of the character and like how he seems to be shaking out. So, you know, if you like reading 2,300 words about Eustace, you know, that's where to go.
Yeah, and if you're not interested in that and you just want to know where you can get some good-ass events to participate in, you know, like, it's definitely going to be mentioned on both his Twitter and on Godflesh's Twitter.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Oh,
shoutouts again, you know, shoutouts again to Godflesh as well.
Of course,
actually,
yeah.
you know, he does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff on stream for this to work. And, you know, obviously, he does it just out of the love for the game. So, if you have... Usually wouldn't do that. I'm sure he wouldn't do that, but if you have a Prime, feel free to drop it. I drop mine now.
Let's go.
Because, you know, in the end,